Hello friends, Ben here for Giant Loop. I just got back from my very first moto camping adventure on the brand new Honda Transalp 750. This is a 2024, and I'm gonna show you how I set up my Giant Loop luggage for moto camping and what bags we recommend for this cool new mid-size adventure bike. So I just did a long day of riding, did some fun twisties up to the D-Ride Observatory near Sisters. I did Oregon BDR Section 4 all the way to Detroit. Along the way, came across some fun gravelly roads, and then I camped at Detroit Lake State Park with my good friend Sean from Veterans Back 40 Adventures. And these are the bags that carried me all the way through, stayed out of my way, carried all my gear and then some. Up front, I have my favorite tank bag, the Giant Loop Diablo tank bag. We have the Diablo and the Fandango. Fandango has the same footprint, just a little bit taller. It's 2 liters bigger. So if you want the maximum storage, go with the Fandango. If you want more minimal, the Diablo is a great choice. Both will fit perfectly here on the Transalp. On the back, I went with the Great Basin. This is nearly 70 liters of camping gear or whatever gear you want to carry storage in a horseshoe-shaped design, sits where the passenger would sit. And on the back here, our waterproof Tillamook dry bag. Let me show you how I've mounted each of these so that if you're picking up a Transalp, you have some idea how to put them on your bike. Starting up front with the Diablo, you can see there's one strap here. This just goes down underneath the neck of the motorcycle behind the triple tree. The cables actually on this one are not too prominent, so I didn't feel so bad about putting the strap over the top of them. That's where it's attached on the front, and then on the sides, I messed around with this a little bit. There's always a little trial and error that comes with setting up your luggage on a bike for the first time, because I tried to go, there's a frame rail under here, under the seat, but I didn't like the angle that put it at, so I decided to go here to this convenient hole in the frame. So I just came down. I always go in from the back and out from the front, and that makes it much easier to handle the buckles and the slack once you get back to the top of the bag. And the best part about this setup, about all of our Giant Loop tank bags really, is that when it's time to refuel, just roll up to the gas station. It's one zipper all the way around. You don't even have to unzip it all the way. Just halfway, flip the bag up like this. Look, my fuel cap. I've got easy access to it. I could fuel up, put the cap back down, lock it, flip this back over, zip it up, back on the road. That's why I love these tank bags so much. Let's look at the luggage on the rear of the motorcycle. So as I mentioned, the Great Basin here is a horseshoe-shaped design that goes up and over the rear of the motorcycle where the passenger would sit. There are no racks required for the Great Basin or the Coyote. The Transalp, you can't really see them because they're under the bag, but has those wide grab handles in the back, and so it's a little too wide for the Coyote, I think. But the Great Basin fits excellently. So there's 2 straps on the bottom. They just go here to the passenger foot peg mounts. There's a ton of convenient places to put these here on the Transalp. I could have even gone up here if I wanted to get a little bit more strap and have less slack. So the lower straps are the same on both sides. And then here on the top, we have a Beaver Tail that comes over the top of the bag, and I've actually got it here. I'm using it to hold down the Tillamook bag, and I'll show you how the Great Basin is attached to the rear of the motorcycle as I show you the Tillamook. This is our Giant Loop Tillamook dry bag. This bag is 100% waterproof. It opens at both ends, and it has 48 liters of storage. It's worth mentioning that the tank bag, the Diablo tank bag, and the Great Basin saddlebag are highly water resistant, but not waterproof unless you use our dry pods. 3 of those dry pods come with the Great Basin, as well as a heat shield if you decide to pick one up. The Tillamook bag here is attached with no extra straps whatsoever. These are the 3 Beaver Tail straps that go over the back of the Great Basin, which are how you attach the motorcycle anyway. All of our luggage is designed to work this way with each other kind of seamlessly. So you just run it through the daisy chain webbing and through the handle, actually here on top is where I have it, of the Tillamook bag. And these are the straps that come off the back of the Great Basin bag. I've got them under the rack back here. So they're holding the Great Basin down and secure, as well as holding the Tillamook bag on, but that's not the only thing holding the Great Basin bag to the bike. So if I unhook these, that easy. We also have these straps. You can see here, one here and one here. These webbing straps come with the Great Basin, and you can attach them to the rear of the motorcycle. So the bag doesn't even have to be full to be held securely. These you can just tighten down and take out the slack and use over the top, but you're double secured. So this thing can handle even the roughest of terrain. I didn't do crazy hard stuff on this trip, but I have done crazy dumb stuff with this bag and this setup, and it all holds safely and securely, and I've never had any problems with it bouncing around. Yeah, there's around 120 liters of storage here, which is a lot for an overnight trip. It's a lot for a week-long trip, but the system being modular means you can omit this Tillamook bag entirely. You could replace it with a smaller Rogue dry bag. You could put a Cactus canteen or an Armadillo bag, liquid power reservoir back here. Lots of options with this setup. And I just wanted to give you some ideas in case you picked up a Transalp of stuff that'll work great on your bike, because I just tested it and had a fantastic trip. I will link each of these pieces in the description so you can check them out over on Giant Loop's website. While you're on the Giant Loop website, don't forget to sign up for our email newsletter. Newsletter subscribers get exclusive promo codes to their inbox every month, sometimes sales as big as 30, 40, 50% off of our regular prices. And all you have to do to sign up is scroll down to the bottom of giantloopmoto.com, type in your email address, click submit, and you're on the list, you're in the club, you're gonna get those exclusive promos. Also, please consider subscribing to the channel for more great product videos and other content. And don't forget that YouTube subscribers save 10% on giantloopmoto.com with promo code subscriber. Thank you for watching. Go light, go fast, go far with Giant Loop.